This edition of the MORI screencast will cover the budget features. The budget is used to track the income and expenses of the lodge. In order to receive non-dues payments or assign vouchers to specific expenses in MORI, you will need to know how to add income categories and budget categories and items. To get to the budget screen, go to Financial on the MORI menu and select Budget. This screen is broken into 3 sections: income categories, budget categories, and budget items. In each section, you will always see a blank row for entering a new category or item. Let's start by entering a new income category. These will categorize all the money received by the lodge. A dues category is automatically generated for each budget period. Do not create any other dues or arrears related categories. For this example, let's create a category to receive petition fees. Type petition fees into the empty field under income categories. You also have to include an amount for income categories. If your lodge has budgeted an amount for this category, enter it here. If not, or you don't know what it is right now, you can enter 0. Don't use any dollar signs or commas. You can always come back and change this later. Now click the Update button at the bottom of the page. You will see a green bar indicating the change has been made and your new income category. You will also notice Yes and No buttons next to your new category in the Delete column. If you have not allocated any income to this category, it can be deleted. You can always change the name and amount of a category. Changing the name will change any payments taken under that category. Now let's look at budget categories. Budget categories allow you to categorize different budget items. For example, a budget category of building expenses may include budget items like heat or power. Use the same method to create a new budget category as you used for the income categories. Let's type building expenses into the empty field. There are no amounts for budget categories. Now click Update again. You'll see the green bar telling you your changes were made and building expenses under the budget categories. Now we can create budget items and assign them to the budget category we just created. Let's type heat into the empty field under budget items. Now in the next column under categories, click the drop-down menu and select building expenses. Now enter an amount here. Let's say $5,000 is the budgeted amount. Remember, don't use dollar signs or commas. Now click Update again. That's how you create categories and items to track your income and expenses in MORI. Now, if you want to print a copy of your budget up to this point, click Print at the bottom of the page. That will bring you to this page. You can either print the current period or any previous budget periods. Select the one you want to print and click Print. This will open a PDF document that you can send to your printer. The printed budget will give a summary of all the income categories, budget categories, and budget items. It will also give you a detailed list of all the transactions processed to date. At the end of your budget period, you will need to close the budget before you start the next budget. Enter all of your transactions into the ending budget period before closing. You cannot run overlapping budgets. Do not enter any transactions for the new budget until you have closed the previous budget. When you are ready, click the Close button at the bottom of the page. That will bring you to this page. Click Close again. Since you cannot edit a budget once it has been closed, MORI wants to make absolutely sure you want to proceed. If you are absolutely sure you have no more transactions to process, click Confirm. Now your budget is closed, and a duplicate budget has been opened for the next period. You can change that budget or begin processing transactions now. If you want to delete any income categories or budget items, now is the time to do so, before you process any new transactions. Our next screencast will cover creating, categorizing, and printing vouchers.